Hey guys, it's Tara with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and for today's video I wanted to show you kind of I would say cleansing ritual or a cleansing bath that you could do for yourself. Now, I didn't 100% come up with this idea all by my lonesome. I actually got it from the Llewellyn's 2017 Sabbath's Almanac. So this is a cleansing bath that in the Almanac was done for Imbolc. But I believe, since we just had last night the full moon in Leo, that this would really be good for, a new moon, a full moon, maybe whenever you feel like you need to be doing some cleansing work. And sorry, I'm just kind of tossing the toy for my little puma. It says Imbolc Ritual, Cleanse and Transform. So I highly recommend this book, by the way. But it talks about things you need for your ritual bath, calling in Bridget, or any other healing energy that you work with. I have substituted a few things in here, so it's not like word for word, what's in here. But I believe, with anything that you do in your practice, you make it your own, so that, something that resonates with you, that you're okay with. And I think that's when things really come to life. That's like really when the magic happens, is when you truly believe in it and it's truly something that you are connecting with yourself. Okay, and it has stuff to do after the ritual bath at your altar, which I will be taking you guys over to my altar later. So I'm not actually like going to be taking a bath for you guys, because that would be a totally different video entirely. So don't really be expecting that. I'm just going to kind of show you how to pull all these things together. So it says, like, once all of this, you've done your little like ritual bath, like what to do while you're in the bath, what to do once you exit the bath and head to your altar area, and I will get to all that. So let's actually start looking at the materials that I have here. I got these reusable tea bags. I know this is kind of a small tea bag for a bath, but I have a set of 4 of them, so using all 4 tea bags, that'd be fine, if they were all kind of floating around in the bathtub. Eventually, when I need to purchase some other things off of Amazon, I'll get those large tea bags. I think they're like the 6x8, and then I'll probably toss one of those into the bath. But I think for now, just a set of 4 smaller ones is fine. But here, so you guys can see, this is the product that I got, and I believe it was like $3 on Amazon, and they basically just kind of come like this, so kind of simple. So I have my muslin reusable tea bag. I have a spoon so that I could put my ingredients inside. So here are my ingredients. I'm going to be using orange peel that I had on hand. I'm going to be using my rose essential oil. I'm going to be using Horehound that I got this month, so it's nice and fresh. Hey, Wally. Wally wants to be in the video. He's going to be helping us out, everybody. Then I have some hyssop. And we'll be placing that in our tea bag. And we're putting everything in here in equal amounts, by the way. Okay, and then I have a couple of resins. And so I actually found out through YouTube that resins, they won't melt and do whatever, usually like when you're putting them on charcoal. But if they are heated, they can still give off that aromatherapy scent. So if they're in a nice steaming hot bath, you're gonna get that aromatherapy from it. So I prefer to use some of the resins, but you could also use frankincense essential oil and maybe coat that in here, or maybe take your mortar and pestle and kind of grind it up with some of the essential oils, and you make it your own. You do it however you want, but that's just how I'm gonna do it. I have my myrrh resins, and these are kind of large chunks, so I'm gonna break some of that up. And lastly, I'm gonna be using some angelica root, which, oh my gosh, I love the smell of angelica root. Okay, and then I have my little white candle. I'm just going to place this on the corner of the bath. I didn't want a huge candle or anything, just, you know, something if it fell in the tub, that'd be okay, because, you know, as you know, I have a crazy puma running around the house, and my puma does love water. And so if I go into the bath, he's going to want to come in with me. And I don't want him knocking this over and possibly hurting himself or lighting the house on fire. That would be no bueno, people. So let's go ahead and start filling this up. Okay, so I'm going to put in some of my orange peel. Okay, some more orange peel. I'm going to start putting in some of my horehound. Let's do this over the bag so it doesn't get all messy. Let's put in some of my hyssop. You guys can Google any of these ingredients and kind of see what some of their healing properties are. Okay, so I'm going to put some, hey Wally, put some hyssop in there. Excuse me, Wally. Okay, I'm going to put in some resin. Nice couple. And let's grab some of our angelica root. Hey Wally, thanks for helping. And our myrrh. Actually, I think 2 nice big chunks will do us. All right, I think that looks pretty good. So definitely with, you know, any of this stuff, creating rituals of any kind, you go with what your gut is telling you. And my gut says more lemon peel. You know, you could also, I think originally it was asking for lemon peel. You could use a lemon essential oil if you wanted. Okay, so I would just kind of put this into the bath, you know, light my little candle, and all right, so that's basically for the ritual bath. So it says, you know, once you go into the tub, you know, put this underneath the faucet, let it run through, start putting your intention in that this is for cleansing and, you know, purification, all that guck and all that muck that might be attached to you, negative energies, negative thinking, things like that, just have it wash away. So you go into the bath, and maybe your Wally comes along with you. And think of the water as just this powerful, cleansing light of source, just, you know, taking your deepest, I don't want to say like dirty thoughts, because there are dirty thoughts and there are dirty thoughts. So taking your deepest, darkest things, your fears, things that maybe are stopping you, your blocks, really, it's more like a meditative bath, and just watching it all wash away, just watching it all go into the water and dissolving and transmuting into love and light. So a lot of it is very visual. Do what you have to do while you're in there. Maybe you do this when you're alone in the house, you know, so that if you have to have a good cry, you can do that. If you want to start laughing or screaming, or maybe listening to some mood music, you can do that. Maybe some music without words. Hey, Wally. And then when you're all done, let that all go down the drain. Maybe don't let this stuff go down the drain, but just watch it just wash away, and you are now clean. You are fresh, you are anew, how are you going to go into the next stage of the season or of the moon phase or whenever it is that you would be doing something as cleansing as this for yourself. So just kind of smelling this. This smells absolutely wonderful. I can't wait. And then I would also put, a few drops of my rose essential oil under the faucet as well. So I would have my rose oil, this, and I might also put my a chunk of my rose quartz. Okay, so I would have a chunk of my rose quartz, and I would probably put that on the edge of the tub as well. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a few minutes to show you kind of what you do after the bath when you head over to your altar. Hey guys, okay, we are in my altar area, so I just want to show you a few things that I have on hand so that when you come out of your bath, I mean, I guess you can go all sky claddy if you wanted to, but I prefer to dry off and get dressed for the next portion. So I have my Bridget card here, as you guys can see, and so I just kind of placed her on my altar, and she's been there since Imbolc started, so she's really good for healing, but you use whoever you want for cleansing and healing. I have the red candle, which is kind of like for healing and love, and also represents Bridget. I brought some sandalwood oil. You're going to need bergamot and black pepper oil, so I have both of those as well. I have my notebook that I'm going to be using and my pencil, which are right here because you're going to be doing a bit of journaling. I'll also have over here in my little fireproof container, I guess, I have my little charcoal, and I'll show you the little charcoals that I use. They actually last a really long time. They're the Japanese incense charcoals. Okay, and I just got these off of Amazon. And I just use my little tongs that I use because I have a hookah. I mean, I smoke hookah like once every 2 years, maybe on a special occasion, but these tongs came with my hookah, so I found that they work really well for my little charcoal over there. So just kind of everything else that I have on my altar, let me just kind of show you. I have this little like pentacle necklace that I wear for all of my rituals. So once I do this ritual, actually I already have, I'll be wearing that. For my salt and my water, that I'm going to be using, I'm actually using some rainwater that we had. We had a nice storm going on, so I put the date of that, and I'm going to be using that to mix with my salt. I like to use a lot of rose, so I have my rose anointing oil, and my basic setup. I also brought over the rose quartz that I used for the ritual bath, so I'm just going to bring that here. I have some offerings of some like garlic for Bridget as well. And then, yeah, so that's all set up and ready to go. Okay, so for the next portion, I mean, whatever you want to do for your altar, whether you want to draw quarters, you want to cast a circle, you want to have a full-on, ceremony ritual, you do whatever it is that you need to do. Same for when you were doing the bath. If you wanted to do draw quarters, drawing down the moon, or whatever you want to do before you get into the bath, do that. Okay, so my charcoal, let's say that it's lit over there. I would just then take my my sandalwood and just put a couple of drops of my sandalwood onto my charcoal. I would also make sure that my red candle is lit, and just basically ask that the work that I'm doing today, which is a lot of cleansing work, psychological work, self-work, shadow work, that I bless the work that, I'm asking Bridget to bless the work that I do today, or whichever deity that is that you are working with. I would then take my journal and I would pass it through the smoke if this were smoking right now, and I would just ask that any words that I write in here are brought to fruition. Okay, after that, you just kind of get into a comfortable space. You'll have your candles lit. For cleansing my space as well, I have these two little sprays that I made, and I know I'm totally doing a plug right now, but I have these sprays in my shop, and so just to kind of clear the negative energies or any other vibes that don't belong here while I'm trying to do some deep cleansing, I will use my no bad vibe spray, and then just to bring a lot of love and light for definitely some self-healing, I'll use Love for the Wind spray. Okay, so I'll definitely spray both of those before I actually get into my ritual. In your journal, you want to start thinking about what is it that, you know, let's say in this moon phase or in this season, you know, Imbolc or whatever it is that we're in, what is it that you want to manifest? You know, if you want to have more money, then start writing in your journal. How are you going to come across those steps to get more money? You know, what are you going to write in here? If you would like more joy and happiness in your life, then what are the steps that you need to take? So instead of just putting it out there, I want this, I want that, you know, the universe wants to help you out, but you have to give them an action plan. You know, you got to work with them. You know, this is not a mono operation, this is a cooperation. So kind of write in here just your steps for getting things done. First, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, you know, in order to manifest more money or to manifest more love into my life, and things like that. And then you ask Bridget, or, you know, whoever it is that you're working with. Bridget, goddess of transformation, lend to me your strength to bend, to ply, to shape my wishes and desires into realization. Your blessings are appreciated, and I give my thankfulness and devotion in return. So then after that, just to kind of raise the vibes, I would then take my bergamot and my black pepper oil, and let me just get a close-up so you guys can see what brands I'm using. And these were pretty cheap also on Amazon. Okay, so I would just take these and just a couple of drops of each. I would put over here into my little charcoal disc if it were lit right now. Okay, and those have a very uplifting, spicy but not, you know, terrible for the senses type of aromatherapy, so that everything that you're trying to put out there into the universe, and now gives it that little bit of a extra kick in the pants, so to speak, to kind of raise the energy and get it out. After this point, you know, whatever you want to do to raise the vibe. So you got your aromatherapy going. If you want to start singing, you want to start drumming, you want to start dancing, whatever it is, you know, to get the energy moving in here, you know, whatever it is that you wrote down in your diary, and just like, you know, you know, get it moving, get it put out there. You know, if you want to just start laughing, telling jokes, you know, stand-up comedy for Bridget over here, you know, you do whatever you want to do. But then when you feel that you're done, you feel like it's out into the universe, well, for me, you know, I will close the circle, I will put my hands to the ground, get all the energy back down into the ground, and just say, and so it is, so mote it be. Okay, so, and then that's it, you know, and then my ritual is complete. Let me know if you guys have any questions for me, or you've done something similar. But, you know, I kind of tweaked basically the recipe from the Llewellyn Sabbath's Almanac. Let me just show that again. So I originally got this idea from here, but I have tweaked it, like I said, a little bit to more fit my style and, you know, what feels good to me, yo. Okay, so that's it. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and or maybe you just want to say what's up. So what up, homies? All right, so if you like this video, if you found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and I'll try to put some more of these types of videos out there for you guys. Sorry, I've been like super busy. There's so many more videos, so many more ideas that I have, which I should put into my journal so I can get that done. Okay, so I will see ya homies later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out!